Hello everyone, welcome back to the Token Minds training series. In this session, we are going to talk about cross-chain treasury, specifically how regulated financial institutions can manage assets across multiple blockchains without losing control, increasing risk, or breaking audit and compliance requirements. The focus is on how treasury operations can be governed centrally even when assets live on different blockchains, how operational and security risks can be reduced by removing manual processes, and how these models are designed to meet institutional custody, risk management, and regulatory audit standards. Cross-chain treasury is not about moving assets between blockchains. It is about executing treasury decisions across multiple networks from a single governance and approval framework. Modern approaches send authenticated instructions to the chains where assets already exist. So instead of transferring custody through bridges, this design aligns much more closely with how institutions already manage custody, approvals, and audits. So the challenge starts with an assumption mismatch. Traditional treasury systems assume one system of record and one control plane. In a multi-chain world, assets are managed chain by chain, which fragments control and duplicates governance logic. The missing piece is a unified control plane that can govern execution across chains without moving custody or breaking institutional controls. When treasury operations are fragmented across chains, they become a direct institutional risk. Approval policies, limits, and exposure controls become inconsistent. Operational complexity increases, which makes audits harder and slower. As more chains are added, scaling treasury operations become increasingly difficult for regulated organizations that need predictability and accountability. So most current cross-chain treasury setups rely on bridges combined with manual off-chain coordination. This introduces additional trust assumptions, requires human approvals at every step, and turns human error into a systemic risk. As transaction volume and chain exposure grow, these weaknesses stop being rare incidents and become ongoing operational problems. So, how cross-chain instruction delivery works at an architectural level? Treasury policy and approval logic live in a centralized control plane. Once an action is approved, authenticated messages are sent to destination chains. Those chains then execute transactions natively, meaning assets never leave their original networks and custody is never transferred. With this architecture, treasury operations become much simpler. Teams no longer need separate wallets, signers, or approval holes for each chain. Instead, they interact with a single control environment. This reduces operational complexity while still allowing institutions to scale their treasury activity across multiple blockchains. There are several implementation paths for cross-chain treasury. Cosmos interchain accounts enable direct cross-chain account control with centralized treasury logic and native execution. Polkadot XCMP allows secure instruction delivery between parachains under shared security. And Chainlink CCIP provides chain-agnostic instruction routing with external verification and strong risk controls across different blockchain ecosystems. These models are already being used in production. NZ has piloted Chainlink CCIP for cross-chain settlement of tokenized assets and stablecoins while maintaining compliance and governance controls. Stride uses Cosmos Interchain accounts to execute native transactions on host chains without moving private keys, enabling cross-chain staking, rewards, and rebalancing from a single control plane. So Token Minds supports institutions throughout the entire cross-chain treasury journey. We help design and implement cross-chain treasury architectures using frameworks like Cosmos Interchain accounts and aligning technical execution with governance, risk management, and audit requirements from day one. So thank you for watching. If you're ready to build centralized, production-grade cross-chain treasury operations with strong governance and audit controls, reach out to Token Minds. We'd be happy to help. Hello everyone.